All right, guys, we are going to have some fun here. We're going to switch camera views because I'm going to show you how I go about taking care of maintaining my cartridges, and then we can get into testing some of them because we got to keep them alive. The first game that we're going to take care of is Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. What I do to maintain cartridges like this, like an NES cartridge or a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, or really any cartridge like this that has this set of pin connectors that you got to keep clean, because believe it or not, inside here, right through here, this will collect dust over time if it's not sitting in a case. And even sometimes I've even noticed when it's in the sleeve, somehow these things get dusty. So there's ways to take care of it, and I found a product that I absolutely love, and it's called 1UP cards. And we're going to open up this package here, and I'll show you why I love these so much. And I just got a new pack of them because the ones I've been using, actually it's right here, this has been used quite a few times and it's getting really dirty, so I needed replacements. Yes, oxidation is definitely an issue when it comes to cartridges. You want to maintain them, you want to make sure that they stay nice because these things are already old as it is. So let's open up this pack right here. Comes with the cleaner and 3 of the cards, and then I have a separate pack of just the cards. So I bought 6 new cards recently. I just got them right off of Amazon. So we've got our cleaner. This is basically like the rubbing alcohol type stuff that they would recommend for cleaning cartridges to keep it safe. You know, you don't want anything with like ammonia in it or anything like that, or anything that could be corrosive and stuff like that. You want to be very careful with what you use on your electronics. Now, when it comes to things like cleaning maybe a screen, you know, TV screen, monitors, anything like that, then you would use, you know, something more like this, some sort of a screen cleaner, something that's non-abrasive. You know, use like microfiber cloths and stuff like that. Things that you don't want to use, like paper towel or something like that on your monitors or screens. You can actually scratch them that way. You can leave residue behind, and that can create some issues as well. So we got our pack of our 3 cards. Now, the way this works is that you got the 2 sides to it. One is set for dry, and one is for the fluid. So you're only putting a little bit of fluid on that strip. And then the whole idea is that these strips are designed so that they fit into the cartridge, allowing you to slide it back and forth and clean the connecting pins inside the cartridge. So that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. We are going to clean up the Adventure of Link here, and then in a little bit, we're going to test it and make sure it plays first time and everything is good with it. So let's pop open our fluid here. And like I said, you only need just a little bit on here, okay? So you just want to go kind of like just a little bit across, just a gentle squeeze. You don't want this pouring out of there. There's no need to drench the inside of the cartridge, right? You don't need to create too much moisture in there. You want to just use just a little bit, just enough that's going to make contact with this and clean up each part of those connectors. So we're going to pop this in here, into here. We're going to do the one side here. Just a couple of times. You don't even have to put too much pressure. Just a couple of times back and forth here. Flip it. Get the other side of the pin connectors. Just a few times going back and forth just to really get through there. You can even, you can kind of go up and down a little bit, like this, but I generally, because of the width of it, I don't know if you can see that, but it fits perfectly. It's specifically designed to fit perfectly. Now, the NES cartridges tend to be the deeper slot in there, so that's where I think they primarily designed it, but it still fits within the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. So again, just a few times back and forth on each side with the fluid side, then just flip the card to the dry side. And we're going to dry off the connectors. Same idea, back and forth just a few times. That should be good to go. So tell you what, let's test it right away. Let's do a quick test, and then we'll do a few more cartridges. We'll talk about the games a little bit and see what's going on. But I want to test out the game. So we're going to switch screens again. We're going to get over to the Retron 5. Okay, so here's our Retron 5 main menu. No cart inserted. The goal is that we are about to take this cartridge, pop it in there, and make sure that it runs the first time. Now, there was one thing I didn't do yet. I like to use, just for quick dusting, just things like almost like Swiffer, these Swiffer little devices that attract the dust, right? I'm just going to give this a run right over the top of the Retron 5. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Retron 5 is just wiped down. I like to get the dust off the top of this thing because it does have, it's a top loader, so I don't want any dust to fall into the slots where everything is maintained there. So let's pop in Legend of Zelda and let's see what happens. And boom. One try goes right in, right into the system. It's recognized right away. The same thing should happen if we were to pop it into the actual Nintendo Entertainment System unit, which I do have connected to my Tube TV. But right there, one try, all the connectors made contact, and the game loads right up. We're just going to fire it up real quick just to make sure it's not glitchy or anything like that. Sure. Hey, I still even have a save file on the cartridge. Let's just pop it on real quick here. Beautiful. They got Link walking around. Let's head out to the map. I don't see any glitches on screen. Glitches you find in Nintendo games generally are because of dust. So everything seems to be alright. Let's trigger a battle. Here we go. Do I have my downward push? I do. Ah! Okay. Down there, everybody. I'd say that is a successful cleaning of Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. One game down. So, I got a handful of games back here that I want to run through, and I want to just kind of test some stuff out and make sure that everything's working well. I really love these 1-up cards. I found these a few years back. It was just I found them just randomly scrolling through Amazon, and it just caught my eye, and I was like, oh wait, what is that? Because I remember as a kid having all kinds of different, cleaning devices and accessories that would come with these systems, and they would always go bad after a while, and it just was kind of a mess, especially the ones for cleaning inside the console itself as well, which 1-up actually does make a console cleaner device as well. I ordered one. It's just back ordered, so I'm waiting for it to come. But once I get that, I'm going to definitely check it out and see how it does with everything, because it's such a cool thing, and I love their product. These pads last a long time, believe it or not. This one here that's like completely beat up and dirty, I was using this one for a long time, and this was the last one out of a pack that I had prior, and it really did last a long time. There's plenty more I've got back here that need to be cleaned and everything, and I'll be going through those and stuff, but you guys definitely get the whole gist of it. So the big thing I wanted to show you guys was these 1-up cards and the fluid that it comes with. You can get these separately, you can get them in a bundle pack. Definitely a cool thing to get, especially if you have a bunch of cartridges that you want to maintain and utilize in your systems, whether it's an emulator system like a Retron 5, or if it's the consoles themselves. You want to make sure that these things are functioning when you want to play them, because it gets really frustrating when you decide, hey, I want to play this game, and you go to pop it in, and you spend the next 15 to 20 minutes just trying to get the game working, and sometimes it never works at all depending on the condition of the game. So I always recommend, with cartridge games especially, try to keep them contained in something, some sort of a case, whether it's the sleeve, the hard case itself, or if you have some sort of a container.